So I kind of wanted to go into the, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say mystical or magical or metaphysical or esoteric maybe. When did you
Oh,
start transitioning from just training your body to training your mind and, for lack of better words, your spirit? When did that start to enter the picture?
um, are you talking about like when did I get introduced to meditation and just flat like metaphysical stuff as far as like remote trying to do remote viewing, that sort of stuff? Are you talking about flat out occult?
Um, I guess the very beginning. So if
Um,
there's like a singularity where it happened,
Zen meditation.
Zen meditation.
That's the first thing I learned.
So
The
that's the
same
gateway
thing I
drug.
taught you. It's how to sit in seiza. How to sit in seiza. How to hold Zen of the first Kujin you learn,
Right.
and having that point. They say to focus on a single point 2 inches in front of your. Well, it's in front of your face, but what I eventually made the connection that what they're actually talking about is your third eye, which is on about an inch up above your eyes, on your forehead. You focus on a point there, and you let all your thoughts just melt out of your head. I had trouble with this because I have racing thoughts. I have problems with racing thoughts. What you have to do is you have to let the thoughts happen. Just let them happen, and don't make any comments on them or anything. Just let them happen and happen and happen, and just observe. Totally neutral. Just be a watcher, and eventually the thoughts will kind of drain out of your head, and then you can just hear. Like all of a sudden, the wind will get super loud, and you can hear the grass moving, and it's kind of crazy. It's a weird feeling, and when you first feel it, it's like holy shit, and like you kind of just stay there. And when I first felt that, I started smiling, and that kind of pulled me in right there. I remember the smell of flowers. It was during spring at the U of A. I was training at the Yamaneko dojo, and the smell of flowers, that's what I remember the most. It got really, really strong. So every time I smell that, it brings me right back to that,
That
that,
moment.
yeah. The problem, what sucks is there's a building there now.
Of
Those
course.
trees aren't there anymore. I used to actually go there every now and then because my dad worked right there in the building right next to it. So I would go out there and I'd sit and just meditate. But I can't do that anymore, unfortunately. Jeff Prather actually had coins made. He had coins made that have those trees on it.
Huh.
And I wanted to get one really bad, but he only sold them to his, I guess the people who sucked his dick. I don't know.
That guy's
I
a whole
have,
other can of worms.
I have no idea. I don't want to know.
For sure. So you said when you first started, and I'm sure it didn't happen right away, but when you first started, you would let your racing thoughts just happen. You wouldn't try to combat them. You wouldn't try to focus on them. You'd have
Oh
a
yeah,
thought.
when I first tried doing it, yeah, I tried. I mean, I got really frustrated because I was trying to force it. I was trying to force silence, you know, and that just made things louder and messier, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. It's kind of like learning how to roll your tongue, or let me see, learning how to roll an R, like learning how to do something like that. Um, like once you get it, you know how to do it. But up until that point, you're going to be a frustrated 2-year-old trying to, figure it out. But once you get it, it clicks, and you can bring yourself to that place much easier each time you do it.
So you would just say advice you'd give is just practice, but also accept the fact that you're going to have thoughts and just kind of let them do their thing. And then if you don't get it the first time, try again, keep trying, and then eventually it'll just click.
Hmm.